This is your captain speaking. As you can tell in the cabin, we're hitting some shaky times, and it's about to get worse. So please take a moment, make sure you are buckled and the loved ones around you are buckled, because we're about to hit turbulent truth. In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome. You're watching Turbulent Truth. I'm Gary Chapman.
And I'm Scott Cutcher.
That's him right there. And we're here every week to give you our thoughts. Really, the collective brain trust is limited, but we are generous with what we have. Is that fair?
That is more than fair. Absolutely.
In fact, more generous than we should be from time to time.
Right.
Which is why we have this little thing for those of you that are watching for the first time. We both talk a lot. We talk over each other occasionally.
Nope.
And when he's talking too much and I want him to stop, I touch that, and he's got 10 seconds to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And
it goes pretty quick. I mean, you're going to see in a second how fast it really goes.
And it happens.
And then the baby laughs.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get laughed at by a baby.
So do you think, is that a girl or a boy laughing?
I don't know.
I think that's a girl. I'm just going to pick the gender I want.
I was getting ready to say. And we're back to that. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, it's such a topic these days.
It is. And you should know he has the freedom to do that to me as well.
Absolutely.
So that's the only ground rule we have.
That's it. And we 9 times out of 10 don't even know what we're talking about until we walk into the studio and someone goes, hey.
Did you have something you wanted to dive into?
I do.
Let's hear it.
I do. So you're going to laugh. You're going to love this.
Okay.
All right.
Can I get the baby to laugh with me?
Yeah, in a minute you may.
All right.
This is something never to do.
Okay.
Ever
All right.
to do. So, 23 years of marriage. September's are going to be 23 years of marriage, 24 years together.
Right.
Well, 2 kids, blah, blah, blah. I wonder what lingerie I should get for her, right?
Seriously?
Yeah, why not?
We're going there.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm like, okay. So everyone's starting to sell on Instagram and all these different things. And I was like, you know what? And I clicked on Instagram and I found some great lingerie. And
For you or her?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I have a bustier that's gorgeous.
Stop.
Anyways, so I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, this will be great for our anniversary. And of course, that's what I waited for to get married. It was like, all right, God says this is good stuff. Guess what started happening?
Oh, I can.
Go ahead. Go.
You got bombed with sites showing you scantily clad women endlessly.
Here's what I've done for the last 2 days. Block, block, block.
Wow.
Block, block, block. 2 days. And it occurred to me. And of course, how God works with me is he convicts me because I'm warped and crazy and things just come out. And I got convicted on something we did in a previous show. So the outrageous comment about prostitutes, women?
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one that you were like, say, what?
But it turned into a funny moment.
It did.
And it revealed good things about your marriage.
Well, absolutely. But
you still felt bad about it, I know.
I did, because you remember I texted you and everything. And the thing is that it was the conviction happened. So I thought it was over. Sorry, Lord, blah, blah, don't need to publicly confess. And then this happened.
Right.
And here's what was interesting. I got a whole new lens. So I'm looking at it, and all of a sudden, these young girls are trying, popping up and stuff, and I'm deleting them off, and I'm like, is that the worth they think they have?
Wow.
Is that it? So just because they're attractive or they have a nice body or whatever, that's it?
That's what they've been taught to believe.
And so then it took me down a rabbit hole of reflection and praying and going, real Christian life is not some beautiful, neat package and the perfect children and going to church. And it is messy. It's jacked up. It's all over the place. You're going to be convicted when you don't want to be convicted. And it is just a beautiful, wonderful, messy journey.
That's the truth.
That's it, okay? And
that's
we're on
the turbulent truth.
That is the turbulent truth. So with all that being said, it hit me hard, and I asked myself a question. Did I ever really believe that statement I made?
Oh.
And I think in my 20s, I was getting a little brainwashed because the feministic movement in the 80s and 90s, going to the 90s,
right,
which is when I was in my 20s, was so strong at the moment, right? And they were fighting for some good stuff.
Right.
But some of the radicals were going so far, like anything else, guys, Christian, non-Christian, whatever, we have so many radicals in this world that just take it and hijack it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So anyways, yeah, I'm sitting there looking at it going, is this the only worth they have? And so then it turned me into really examining more social media and having conversations with my wife and having conversations with my daughter. It turned out being a beautiful thing. But what I realized is that I think I was being brainwashed. And I think women now and young girls, they truly don't know who they are. Yeah, back to the identity thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not just transgender and all the other things that are, it's a total all-out assault.
Well, it's a war for your soul and mind and
Yeah.
every single one that's
With you.
watching out there. What the enemy wants to do is to, completely confuse us and scare us.
Yeah.
And the whole confusion about what gender you are, you think that came from God? Yeah, no.
No, absolutely not.
Negative.
No.
The fear is not from God. He does not give us
No.
that.
No.
That comes from another source, and that source is to be avoided at all costs.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. And it creates so much drama
Yeah.
and trauma, both.
Trauma.
drama. Yeah, it does. It's insane. So, yeah, it was interesting to me. I want everyone to understand I was convicted. If anyone got offended, if you saw the old one, if not, go watch it because it is really a good episode.
It really was funny. I thought it was very funny.
It was pretty good. And he got convicted on camera.
My wife thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, so did mine, actually.
Yeah.
And so, but it was just one of those things I think God wants to show us, even through our missteps or miswords or whatever. If we want to actually take time with God and reflect on things, He's going to unveil some amazing stuff.
Well, if He can't show me things through the mistakes that I make,
You're done.
whoa, I am wasting a lot of His time. You know,
Mr. Mistake.
I've actually got a song I wrote a few years ago called "Everything I Know."
I haven't heard that one.
It occurred to me that most of the significant things that I had learned in my life were a direct result of some boneheaded choice that I had made.
That is so true.
And so I wrote this song called "Everything I Know." I was able to fit it into 3 minutes. That's sad, you know.
Yeah.
Put 65 years into 3 minutes. That's a little depressing. No, but it really did make me strategically rethink those things.
Yeah.
And it was a great experience for me.
Yeah.
To just, okay, what are the biggest mistakes I've made and what did I learn from it?
Yeah.
And how can I make it rhyme?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
But I'm proud of it. I like that song.
Well, I hope you play it because I haven't heard it.
Oh, I can do it. I can do it today.
And I'm feeling a little jaded.
I can do it today. You getting tired of my music already?
No, I love your music. I do. I really do.
It's okay.
It's funny because when we first met, I didn't know who you were.
I struggled with it for a few decades myself.
I'm just now figuring out 51. What are you talking about? That's hysterical. But yeah, I'll tell you what. If we can instill in our daughters at home how valuable they are, and their true beauty comes from inside first in their heart for others and God.
Right.
This world's going to have a hard time taming them. It'll try.
Oh, it'll try.
It may work at times, but it'll have a hard time. And I think that's the key here. And guys, don't ever do what I did. It's a bad idea. I may have to cancel my Instagram account and start. It's so stupid.
The freedom that you gain for making the choice to truly let your identity come from Jesus is so far past anything that I have experienced. It's so much better, and it's crazy contagious.
Yes.
It is. It's the best evangelical tool I've ever had in my life. Much better than music is the way that I try to live my life.
Yeah.
Because that freedom, everybody wants to feel that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to live that way.
Well, it's under attack.
I know.
Constantly.
And if you can choose to live life fearlessly, not to be, I'm not Mr. Bravado. I'm not trying to jump off a cliff and hope I can survive. I'm telling you to live your life on a moment by moment basis with no fear or minimal fear. When you feel it, recognize it, move past it, make the next right decision. It's just amazing. It's so much fun. It's hilarious.
Back to what my dad said, 40.
40?
Yeah. I came home from college. I thought I told you this. I came home from college. I was mad. Ranting about some stupid drama going on in college. And he's working on the car, and he's like, give me a 3/8, and I do it, and I'm just ranting. And finally, he just rolls out from me, looks at me, and goes, 40. What the heck does that mean?
40.
Wheels back underneath, continues to work on it, asks for a half inch, comes back out and goes, 40. I'm still ranting.
Yeah.
40. And finally I go, Dad, what the heck does 40 have to do with anything? He goes, when you're 40, you don't give a crap. He's like, so you know what? When you get to 40, none of this is going to matter.
Well,
not one freaking thing you're griping about right now is going to change anything in your life. Not one.
There is a fearlessness that comes with age that is unavoidable.
I'm loving 50s.
Well, it's just going to get better,
dude. I'm like, this is cool because, you know, that whole, well, you got to be this, or you're labeled that, or all that stuff that you shed a long time ago, and now I'm around you and it's rubbing off. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Why do I have to put myself in that box, or why do I have to act like I fit when I don't?
I tell people all the time, that's why you see old guys in black socks at the beach. They don't care. And guess what? The dude with the black socks walking up and down the beach with a metal detector is much happier than 99% of the people floating around in bikinis.
Absolutely.
Promise you.
Absolutely.
He doesn't care.
No.
Look, a shell.
Yeah.
That's all he cares about.
Yeah. Oh, I found a coin or something.
Yeah.
And then he looks up and goes, wow, they look really bad in that bikini. And I go, I'm sorry, I'll take it off. But
oh, wow. That's the picture none of us needed. Nobody needed that. So you were talking a minute ago, but the technology thing is what bit you.
Yes. It's everywhere.
And you said earlier when we were setting up here, how your watch had...
Would you ever imagine that you can make a phone call on your watch?
Oh, it's amazing. I love Dick Tracy. I had all the comic books.
My favorites.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I can do it now.
Yep.
And it's great and it's frightening.
All the things.
My watch knows where I am all the time.
Yeah. More than my wife half the time. But now she can go on her phone and
track
ping my watch and go,
oh,
all right.
But who else is pinging it? And do you want them to all know where you are all the time?
Let me throw this out there for everyone that's worried about all that. Too late. Too late. Too late. There's literally hardly anything you can do about it. Too late. So live loud, live proud, do the things that God calls you to do, be who you were designed to be, and be cautious. You know, do
proactive.
No, the email that we're using,
Proton.
Yeah, Proton Mail. Do things like that encrypt from edge to edge and from sender to receiver.
It can't get hacked up.
Yeah, and VPN things like. Sure, you got to take some precautions, but guys, if you're going to live your life where you're like, oh, these have to go in a lead box when I get home, and too late. Too late.
They got you.
They got you. So why not change the algorithm? Why not search for things that's godly? Why not search for things that are wholesome? Why not
mess with them?
That's what we did. We were going to cancel Netflix over all that stuff, right?
Right.
We decided we bookmarked every documentary about God, and our whole algorithm changed.
No kidding.
It totally changed.
That's brilliant.
Totally changed. So if we all go out there and just start wholesome stuff and PG and below and godly things, guess what? The algorithm goes out, looks at everything, and goes, oh, we got to raise all these to the front, and all the crap goes down here.
Yeah. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Now I have to do that as soon as I get home.
Yeah. It's like the whole Disney thing. We're bookmarking all the old classics. Anything new? No. We're actually giving thumbs down.
Right.
Algorithm.
But you're still paying Disney money. I don't know how I feel about all this.
But I'll tell you what. Here's at the
My
end.
little girl loves a lot of that Disney stuff. She does, and I get it.
Okay.
But dang it. I don't want those jerks having another penny of my money. And I don't want to support them at all.
I've got 10 friends, including 2 Imagineers that are good Christian people working there, totally tormented right now.
I know.
But supporting their family. So if we leave, we don't support their families.
I get it. That's the terror. I get it.
But here's the thing. Christians are the original cancel culture. That's what we do. We used to cancel everyone. Instead of canceling, change the algorithm.
Okay.
The commerce decides. Money talks in this world. Right? Why not influence it? Now that we got this technology, reclaim it. Take it back for Christ, man. Let's start messing with them by changing the algorithms, by putting the wholesome stuff first. If the demand's high enough and they're not making money, guys, guess what? I don't care how much their gay agenda and crap is. They will not continue. They will tell those people to go spit because they won't be able to survive.
Well, the love of that same aforementioned money is the root of all the evil.
Absolutely.
So you're right. They will follow that above any other conviction.
So why not use it against them?
I like it. I like it. What's the cutoff year at Disney? What?
I think
because you've thought about it more than I have so far. Obviously.
Yeah, I've thought about it a lot. Well,
from what year previous should I accept, and then when did they start getting so woke they can just bite me?
I would say when they started amplifying the women princesses over men. And that probably started Mulan, probably around that era.
And why would that be the cutoff point?
Because at that stage they started getting bold and inserting like little subliminal things, like Minnie hugging Mickey and her shoulder, the way it looks like a penis, and that's true.
Really?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. We can always put it on here if people want to see it, but I don't really care about
Okay.
it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's insane, and so, and you know.
But see, they've been doing that stuff a long time.
They have. But
I actually have a VHS. I still have it.
Mm-hmm.
A VHS cover. They recalled them because some guy had created a Disney castle. The spires were, the spires were that.
Oh yeah.
And I had one. I was
Sure.
like, oh my gosh, look at that.
It does.
But that was just one employee trying to be funny, or
But,
was that?
I don't think it was an
past them?
agenda. I don't think it was agenda. I think it's a typical artist being snarky.
Right.
Because as someone that was a visual artist myself,
Right.
dude, when I was in art school, we do stupid stuff. You know, let's sneak in this, you know, album cover and upside down we're gonna put, you know, a weird person blowing their nose or whatever, you know, just to see if anyone would catch it.
Right.
That's one thing. Now it's become a whole agenda. This is
So
possible.
what year?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
Find
You
that.
know what? I'll
We
find
need
it
to let
out,
them know.
and we'll.
Because some people will want to do it.
You
I
know
do.
what? We will post it.
All right.
We will definitely post that. We're gonna start. Him and I have all these random side conversations and thoughts. Let us know what you guys think. Go to turbulentruth@gmail.com and let us know what you think about us on our YouTube channel until we're canceled. Posting just extras, sides, comments, rants, whatever. Because yeah, we do it all the time anyways. We might as well just capture it and share it with y'all.
There's a lot that happens that does not get
Never
to
makes it here.
Yeah.
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 Because the conversations, guys, it's a messy life, and that's all we're doing. We're two guys, have lived a lot of life, still have a lot of life to live, and we've made a ton of mistakes, and we're in that messy journey of Christianity, and we're sharing it with one another, sharing it with you. Goal, just speak it. Speak the truth. What did you say the other day? I loved it. Just tell it. Just tell it.
Tell it.
It's turbulent. Who cares? Just tell it.
Yeah. I think that's our slogan for the moment.
It's definitely a T-shirt.
Tell it.
Tell it. Just tell it. I like just tell it.
Just tell it.
Yeah,
Stop
it's like just
whining
do
around.
it, but
Yeah.
just tell it.
Just tell it.
You
Okay.
know, don't be a wimp.
So we're going to rip off Nike. I like it.
Anytime we can take
a
something
good
away
plan.
from Satan,
That's
I'm
a
just
good
saying,
plan.
you know.
Yes.
And that's what I think is going on. Instead of what's the bigger impact? Canceling them or changing their algorithm? Steering them back to God without them even knowing it because they're so greedy, they don't know.
All right. I love
Sly
it.
as a serpent, gentle as a dove.
Indeed.
It is in the Bible.
So, Netflix, you do that with. You do it with Disney. Do you have a plan for all the rest of the evil that's trying to get into your house?
Here's what's going to end up happening eventually. Okay. Yes, I do. Great app called Bark. If you have children, get it. You can monitor things. You can see what they're doing. Even text. It tells you. You can put warnings on there for verbiage. And fantastic app, by the way. Get it.
Okay.
Love to have them as a sponsor.
B-A-R-K, Bark.
Bark.
Okay.
And it's a little dog. It's cute. Yeah. But he's ferocious. Mm-hmm. Is that even a word?
Did
I say that right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't say it right.
Ferocious.
What was the comedian that butchered the English language on purpose? My dad used to call me him all the time.
Oh, yeah.
What's
I have no idea.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have any idea,
I
that's the
do
key.
remember the guy.
Yeah.
I just don't remember his name.
He's off his meds.
It's back in
He's
here.
just off his meds.
It's back in here.
It's not so much here
The hard
or
drive,
here.
after a while, these people know what I'm talking about. The hard drive gets full after a while, and there's really no effective way to clean it.
Is that what happened to your hair?
It
Did you
just
kind of push it
I
all
pushed
out?
all the follicles out. That's information in there that's just shoving everything
Hey,
out.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah.
Mine slid onto my back.
Again, pictures I don't need. Can we braid it?
Oh, no dreads.
screen.
Yaman.
Yeah, oh no. Oh yeah. This is borderline editable material, just so you know.
No. And that's another thing. That's another thing that hit me. We live in everything we do is highly edited.
Yeah.
So, all those new filters and everything. My wife, I'm showing her some of the stuff that's feeding in. She's like, oh, check this out. That girl's got that filter on. I said, what filter? She shows it to me. I look attractive with this filter.
Wow, that's a good filter.
I'm telling you what, man. I mean, George Clooney kind of thing, right? I put that thing on, I'm like, wow, I might date me. I don't know. It's like, holy crap. But yeah, it's just like insane. And I think that's what makes what we're doing so much fun. It's one thing to edit because you want the content to convey something.
Right.
It's another thing to cut things out to make yourself look good.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh,
No.
if you've watched any of the episodes, you know for a fact
We're definitely not doing
that. I'm waiting for the hate mail.
I'm looking at the old clock on the wall. If
Yep.
we don't shut up soon, I will not have time to sing. And when you have to acknowledge our one and only sponsor, we don't have commercials.
No,
We don't.
No. But we have sponsors.
Until
Well, right now.
now. I want to talk to you for just a minute about a product that I fully endorse. Some friends of mine down in Florida have a hemp-based product. It's not CBD. There's no THC. You're not going to get high, but what you are going to get is better. If you have any kind of chronic pain, any kind of inflammation-based issue in your body, this is going to help you. I've started taking this morning and night, and I'm 65 this year, and I get out of bed like a 12-year-old going to Disneyland. This stuff is amazing. They have a clinical trial online that you can go and read. Again, doctorshempsolutions.com. You'll find that over 90% of the people involved in this trial, all of whom had chronic pain from like a 6.5 to a 10, took that pain to a 2 or less. All those people were on those prescription medications that none of us want to be addicted to, and they changed to this. All natural, no side effects. This will help you. My wife has a migraine now and then, not fun. I've never had one, thank God, but I have observed it. It doesn't look like a good time at all. She takes this stuff and puts it under her tongue for 30, 45 seconds, and then takes this cream, which comes in this fabulous little dispenser here, and puts it on her temples or the base of her skull, wherever she feels like it's emanating from. Or you can take this same cream, put it on a joint that's giving you grief, your elbows, your shoulders, your knees. Let's face it, you get to be this age, everything starts hurting a little bit. This will help you. DoctorsHempSolutions.com. If you put in promo code Gary, G-A-R-Y, you'll get 10% off. Little thank you. I appreciate you listening to me. DoctorsHempSolutions.com. That stuff is actually very good. I use it all the time. I do. And it's functional.
Where's
Big
mine?
time.
Where's mine? I mean,
I'll get you some. The
right.
first one's free.
oh,
It's a drug deal. I'm kidding. It's not drugs. It's plant-based. Come on. So
can I meet you out front, flip my lights?
yeah, you
How about
can.
that? That'd be
If it'll make you
awesome.
feel better.
Let's find an alley somewhere just to mess with people.
if it'll make you
Do
feel
it behind
better,
a church.
I will do that.
That'd be wonderful.
Okay, so it's time for music at
Yes,
this point.
please.
Without
Absolutely.
question. All the things that I've learned
Yeah, let's wrap it up. What
based
we learned
on
today
all of the mistakes that I
that I
have
made,
made,
and you
I'm going to put them in a song.
in a song
Now.
right now.
I've learned more from my mistakes than I ever did for doing something right. Every wrong turn I take showed me one more way to fly or sometimes fight. And all the flying and the fighting showed me who to trust and who to just let go. Every stupid thing I've done so far has taught me nearly everything I know. Till your back's against the wall, you will never know how powerful you are. Till you're down to your last call and you're wishing on that lonely lucky star. And on the path of least resistance, you are gonna miss some gorgeous bumpy road. Every stupid thing I've done so far has taught me nearly everything I know. That the truth is sometimes better left unspoken, and that love will always see right through a lie. A heart grows back much better where it's broken. What don't kill you makes you stronger, less you die. You could fill a million books with the stuff that I know now but didn't then. And with all the times I failed, but then turned right round and did the same again. Good Lord stood beside me. Never once did he forget he loves me so. He's used every stupid thing so far to teach me nearly everything I know. To always leave the door of my heart open, in spite of what I know might blow inside. When there is no way out, to just keep hoping, and to keep on never knowing till I've tried. I've learned more from my mistakes than I ever did from doing something right. Yeah, so that's everything I know. It only took 3 minutes. Aren't you impressed?
Oh my gosh.
Well, we're going to be back next week having even more fun. This is what we do, and we're glad you're joining us on this journey. This is The Turbulent Truth.
Yes, it is. And you're?
Gary Chapman.
And I'm Scott Cutcher.
It is The Turbulent Truth.
Indeed. I've learned more from my mistakes